program. My name is Lina Surianto, and it's my honor to serve as your moderator this evening. And please take a moment to just find a comfortable position as we prepare for our practice. And now invite Bante Rewata to lead us to our first meditation.
Thank you, Lina. Good evening, everyone, and welcome you again to our Sunday evening meditation session. My name is Revata, R-E-V-A-T-H-A, Revata, but you can just call me Bante. And I'm a Sri Lankan Buddhist monk, and Buddhism is for everyone in this world. Anyone can practice the teachings of the Buddha, regardless of their religion, culture, gender, political views, skin color, or regardless of anything else. Buddhism helps us to pause, think, then take actions. So today, I'm going to give you a talk how to avoid taking impulsive actions. And also I hope to practice 3 meditations today. First, let's say sadhu 3 times. Now you know sadhu is a Pali word. Pali was the language of the Buddha, and sadhu means excellent. Sadhu means excellent. Now make yourself comfortable and put your palms together and pay attention to the feelings in your fingers. Pay attention to your thumbs, index fingers, middle fingers, ring fingers, and pinky fingers. Now gently close your eyes. And let your body relax in this present moment. Now say sadhu 3 times along with me. Sadhu. 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 Slowly put your hands down and open your eyes. Dear friends, let me introduce 3 enemies of your meditation practice. 3 defilements that obstruct your meditation. Number 1, sensual thoughts. Thoughts that are related to worldly pleasures, things that you like, things that you crave for, things that bring some worldly pleasures to your life. And thoughts arise in your mind regarding those things. We call them sensual thought. Second one, angry thoughts. Thoughts that have some resentment, some irritation, and it could be toward someone else, towards some situations, or even toward ourselves. And number 3, harmful thoughts. Thoughts that carry the intention of harming ourselves or others. So during the meditation, one of those thoughts will arise in your mind. So today, as our first meditation, we are going to be silent and observe our mind and try to identify those negative, distracting thoughts. So very simple. You close your eyes and observe your thoughts. Then when a sensual thought arises, you identify it and then you label it sensual thought. Then bring your focus again to the present moment. When an angry thought arises, you identify it, you label it, then you bring your focus to the present moment. Likewise, when a harmful thought arises, you recognize it, you identify it, you label it, you bring your focus to the present moment by letting go those negative thoughts. What if you cannot identify any thought? Then you can label them as UFT, unidentified flying thoughts. Okay, it is not a Buddhist term, it is one of my terms, okay? But you can use that. So, however, so be mindful of your thoughts, then identify them, then label those thoughts, then let them go, bring your focus to the present moment. Okay, now make yourself comfortable. Keep your hands on a comfortable position. And gently close your eyes. And let your body relax in this present moment. Now bring your awareness to your mind. And observe your mind. At times, distracting thoughts may arise. When they arise, I will gently recognize them. There are three kinds of distracting thoughts. Sensual thoughts, thoughts connected to worldly pleasures, things I like, desire or crave. Angry thoughts, thoughts filled with irritation, resentment, or hostility. It could be toward a person, a situation, or even toward myself. Harmful thoughts, thoughts that carry the intention of hurting myself or others. Sensual thoughts, angry thoughts, and harmful thoughts are not beneficial for me or for others. These thoughts are not helpful. They do not bring peace to my mind. They do not help me relax. They do not support my concentration. They are not beneficial for me or for others. Sensual thoughts, angry thoughts, and harmful thoughts are not helpful. They do not bring peace to my mind. They do not help me relax. They do not support my concentration. They are not beneficial for me or for others. Whenever such thoughts arise, I do not judge them. I do not fight them. I simply recognize them. This is a sensual thought. This is an angry thought. This is a harmful thought. By seeing them clearly, I gently let them go. No pushing, no resisting, just letting go and returning to the present moment. Again and again, with patience and kindness, I observe, recognize, and release. Now, observe your thoughts, recognize distracting thoughts, and let them go and bring your focus to the present moment. Now, bring your focus to your body. Feel the sensations in your body. And gently open your eyes. Keep your palms together. Pay attention to the feelings in your fingers. And say sadhu with me. Sadhu. 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 Okay, slowly put your hands down. Okay, dear friends, I think you must have been able to identify those distracting thoughts, sensual thoughts. So please raise your hand if you identify any sensual thoughts. Okay, good. Angry thoughts? Good, good, good. Harmful thoughts? No harmful. Okay, one. Okay, good, good. What about UFTs? Unidentified flying thoughts? Okay, good. Okay. Okay, so yes, this is what we need to do when we meditate. We need to recognize those distracting thoughts. Okay? So this is something Buddha practiced before he attained the full enlightenment. So he categorized the thoughts that arose in his mind: unwholesome thoughts and wholesome thoughts. So he abandoned unwholesome thoughts and he developed wholesome thoughts. Okay, now we are going to develop wholesome thoughts. We are going to practice loving kindness meditation. So let's spread love and compassion toward all beings in this world. And now make yourself comfortable. Keep your hands on a comfortable position. And gently close your eyes. Bring your focus to your face. Let the muscles in your face relax. Pay attention to your shoulders. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. Relax your fingers. Relax your legs. Relax your whole body. Now, try to understand yourself. Think, I don't want to suffer. I want to live happily. Try to understand. Just like me, everyone in this world likes to live happily. No one wants to suffer. We all share one innocent desire for happiness. Now, listen to me and try to repeat my words in your mind mindfully. May I be free from anger. May I be free from ill will. May I be free from jealousy. May I be free from mental suffering. May I be free from physical suffering. May I live in peace. May I live happily. May my loved ones be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May everyone in this meditation session be free from anger, be free from ill will, be free from jealousy, be free from mental suffering, be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in this neighborhood be free from anger, be free from ill will, be free from jealousy, be free from mental suffering, be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. For a moment, be mindful of your mind. Be mindful of your body. And say again in your mind, may all beings in this city be free from anger, be free from ill will, be free from jealousy, be free from mental suffering, be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in this country, being free from anger, being free from ill will, being free from jealousy, being free from mental suffering, being free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in this world be free from anger, be free from ill will, be free from jealousy, be free from mental suffering, be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. Now, spread love and compassion toward all beings in this world on your own without my guidance. You can start with may all beings in this world. Now, bring your focus to your body. Feel the sensations in your body and gently open your eyes. And take a moment to notice the calmness of your mind and your body. Keep your palms together. Pay attention to the feelings in your fingers and say sadhu with me. Sadhu. 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 Slowly put your hands down. Okay, dear friends, feel free to change your posture, stretch your legs. Okay. Dear friends, when we are exposed to unexpected situations, we often react impulsively. And in those moments, we may make decisions that we later regret. Do you remember during the Walk for Peace, some people confronted the monks and even insulted them? But every time, Bhikkhu Panyakara, the monk who led the walk, responded very calmly. He wasn't angry, he wasn't scared, he spoke in a calm yet firm voice. How can we face situations like that without being impulsive? In our lives, there are many moments when we act without thinking. We make decisions without understanding the consequences. And most of the time, those actions lead to regret. So, how can we avoid making impulsive decisions and prevent future suffering? So, first, we need to understand why we make impulsive decisions. It happens because of the negative thoughts that arise in our mind. When a negative thought takes over the mind is no longer calm. It becomes clouded and unclear. In those moments, we cannot think wisely. We are driven by unwholesome mental states. And suddenly we act. We act out of desire, anger, fear, and ignorance. And later we regret about those things. So, how do we change this? How do we train the mind not to act impulsively? Here, there are 4 simple practices. Number 1, meditation. Of course. So, dear friend, our brain is wired in a certain way. When we face unexpected or disturbing situations, impulsive reactions arise automatically. But the good news is we can rewire the brain. One of the most powerful ways to do this is meditation. Meditation strengthens the prefrontal cortex. It helps us to calm our mind, improve focus, and it helps us respond wisely instead of reacting to those unexpected, difficult situations. It also practicing meditation reduces the activity of the amygdala, which means we feel less anger, less anxiety, and less emotional reactivity. Then things that used to trigger you will not hit as hard anymore. However, to experience these benefits, we must be consistent with our meditation practice. That's why you should come to our Sunday online meditation every Sunday. But however, it's not enough. We need to practice meditation every day, at least 5 minutes. We need to make it a habit in our life, practicing meditation every day. Here is the next method that we can practice, being present. We need to train the mind to stay in the present moment. We need to be aware of our thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Yes, I know, being mindful all the time is not easy. So that's why I suggest to take short mindful breaks. You can take short mindful breaks throughout your day. Here is a simple practice that you can do. So when you do other things in your life, pause for a moment and remind yourself, the past is over, the future hasn't come yet, and this present moment is subject to change. Then bring your attention to your body, from head to toe, from toe to head. This short practice helps you to reset your mind, and it helps you to bring your awareness back to the present moment. Here is the third very simple practice. Understanding your weaknesses and patterns. Dear friends, each of us has certain weaknesses. Some people get angry very easily. Some people very fearful. Some people feel sad very quickly. In certain situations, these mental states are triggered automatically. So we need to understand these patterns within ourselves. Then we can prepare our mind in advance. For example, if my friend forgets to text me, I will not become upset. I will try to understand the situation wisely. Another thing, if my colleagues makes a mistake, I will not get angry. I will stay calm and help them to correct it. So this mental preparation help us remain steady in moments where we would normally react impulsively. So we need to understand our weaknesses, and we need to understand patterns that triggers our weaknesses. Here is the number 4, simple practice number 4, letting go through impermanence. We can train the mind to let go of negative emotions by understanding impermanence. Everything we experience is changing. Every emotion, whether pleasant or unpleasant, is temporary. We can practice to understand impermanence in our daily life. For example, suppose you are already late for your work. Then you get on the road and there is a heavy traffic. So in that moment, instead of reacting with anger, sometimes people say some bad words in those moments. So in those moments, without reacting with anger, you can reflect. Oh, this situation is temporary. This feeling of frustration, also temporary. So when you see clearly in that way, the mind begins to calm down. So then in that way, we can train our mind to let go of negative emotions through understanding impermanence. So dear friends, by practicing these 4 simple things, meditation, being present, understanding our weaknesses and patterns, and letting go through impermanence, we can train the mind not to react impulsively in difficult situations. When we avoid impulsive actions, we avoid unwise decisions. And when we avoid unwise decisions, we live without regret. So if we can stay consistent with these 4 practices, we will notice a real change in our life. A calmer mind, clear thinking, and wiser responses. Then we can have a very happy life. Okay, dear friends, now we are going to practice another meditation. We are going to understand impermanence in our life. So let's contemplate on impermanence of sense faculties, eyes and visual objects, ears and sounds, nose and smells, tongue and taste, body and physical sensations, mind and thoughts. So I think most of you know now, when we practice this meditation, we consider our eyes as one object. Because of that, I'm going to use the word the eye. Likewise, the ear. And here is one thing most people cannot cannot understand. Like, still people have questions about the second part of the meditation. So yes, everyone accept our eyes are impermanent. They are subject to change, but still people have questions about eyes are not me, not mine, not myself. So how can we understand that? So we need to understand, like, if we have the control of our eyes or our ears, we should be able to change it in a way that we wish. But we cannot do that. And also, we didn't made our eyes or our ears. So because of that, we cannot say these eyes or ears or other sense faculties belong to me. They are conditional, arises due to causes, and then they come to an end. So we cannot keep them from changing. These sense faculties change all the time, and it's the same thing for our mind as well. So our mind is conditional. So one thing, okay, before you practice a meditation, you might feel a little bit restlessness in your mind. Okay, so that is one state of the mind. Actually, that is the mind at that particular moment. Okay, that is the mind. Then you meditate. So when you after your meditation, your mind is very calm. So then there is a new mind at that moment. Okay, so that restlessness has gone. Now there is a calmness in the mind. And next time, the next moment, if you check your messages or your emails, then suddenly that calmness will change. But if your mind belongs to you, then it should not happen. Because all the time you should be able to command your mind. Oh, I did a meditation. I want to stay calm until tomorrow. And today is Sunday. I don't want to think about anything else. I want to be very peaceful. So we should be able to give a command to our mind. Can we do that? No, we can't. So that's why, even though we think mind belongs to me, actually it's not. It is conditional, arises due to causes. So yes, now you were born in the US. Okay, what if you were born in Sri Lanka? Okay, then your mind is conditional in that way. Then you have a Sri Lankan mind. Okay? So, but since you were born in the US, you have a kind of US mind. I mean, like it is your mind is the conditions, all the conditions in your location, in your country, helped you to have the mind now you have. Since you were born in Canada, now you have a Canadian mind. Okay, so it means this mind is conditional. Okay, and if you go to Sri Lanka for like 1 year, 2 year, maybe 10 years, if you live there, then again your mind changes according to that. So this mind is conditional. Even though we think it belongs to me, it's not true. So that's why we say these things are not me, not mine, not myself. Still, we can use all of those sense faculties. Don't get scared about that. But we need to understand these things do not belong to me. Okay, so let's practice this meditation. Make yourself comfortable. Keep your hands in a comfortable position. And gently close your eyes. Bring your focus to your body. And let your body relax in this present moment. Now listen to me and try to repeat my words in your mind mindfully. At the same time, put little effort to understand it. The I arises due to causes and changes quickly. The I is impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. The I is not me, not mine, not myself. Visual objects arise due to causes and change quickly. Visual objects are impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Visual objects are not me, not mine, not myself. The ear arises due to causes and changes quickly. The ear is impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. The ear is not me, not mine, not myself. Sounds are impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Sounds are not me, not mine, not myself. The nose arises due to causes and changes quickly. The nose is impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. The nose is not me, not mine, not myself. Smells arise due to causes and change quickly. Smells are impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Smells are not me, not mine, not myself. The tongue arises due to causes and changes quickly. The tongue is impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. The tongue is not me, not mine, not myself. Taste arise due to causes and change quickly. The tastes are impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. The tastes are not me, not mine, not myself. The body arises due to causes and changes quickly. The body is impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. The body is not me, not mine, not myself. Physical sensations are impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Physical sensations are not me, not mine, not myself. The mind arises due to causes and changes quickly. The mind is impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. The mind is not me, not mine, not myself. Thoughts arise due to causes and change quickly. Thoughts are impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Thoughts are not me, not mine, not myself. Bring your focus to your body. Feel the sensations in your body. And gently open your eyes. Keep your palms together. Pay attention to the feelings in your fingers. And say sadhu with me. Sadhu. 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 Slowly put your hands down. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over to Lena back.
Thank you, Bante, for such insightful meditation and for helping us label our EFT today. Within the next 5 to 7 minutes, we would welcome any questions that anyone may have. I see some hand raised, so please go ahead and raise your hand if you have any questions so that Bante can answer your questions. If you have any lingering questions from past session, you can feel free to do so as well. I see that we have Alan.
Yes, thank you, Bante, Lena. I have a question about, we talked about the senses, the sense faculties. We have no control over them. Yet, when we're talking about the mind, when we're meditating, we're trying to control our mind so that it doesn't throw out all these thoughts. So at some point, we get to the point where while we're meditating, we actually have control of those thoughts and ergo of the mind to some degree. An arahant has no defilements. So, but he would still have thoughts. So is that the answer to my question?
The thing is, that control, yeah, we think like we control it, but actually, even that control is conditional. So, because of the support of mindfulness and wisdom and practice meditation, we make the causes. Okay? Actually, we don't control, we make the causes, our mind to be controlled. So we make the conditions. So to make the conditions, so that's why at the end, we have to let go of our wisdom as well. So there's a sutta, in the sutta Buddha says like, at the end, okay, so we have to detach from our wisdom as well. So because it is also conditional, wisdom is also conditional, because but yes, we feel like we do these things, but everything is conditional. Like, yes, when I talk to you, yes, I do that, but to talk to you, there must be intentions. Okay, so intention should arise. So intention is also conditional. Intention is also conditional. So it means everything is conditional. Even the control that we think that our control is also conditional. So we cannot take when there are conditions, then we may have more control. It's also conditional. So that's why everything is conditional in this world. Causes and effects. We cannot take anything as me and then or mine.
Okay, thank you, Bhante. I thought I had something really good, but I knew kind of what the answer is going to be, but I just wanted to double check with you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Alan.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yeah.
I see we have Tina.
Namo Buddhaya, Bhante.
Namo
So
Buddhaya, Tina.
my question, it's not really a question, but more a comment.
Mhm.
So number one, you mentioned in the topic, how to train your mind not to act impulsively. Number one is to meditate. And you mentioned that, our prefrontal cortex and the amygdala is what you sort of, that part of the brain, you train it by doing meditation. And I just want to maybe I already told you this, but at the
Yeah,
university where I
you told me.
worked,
Yeah.
the professor was going to, he was holding these meditation class because he really believed in meditation and how it improved the amygdala. Anyway, so I started going, but then COVID hit, so they canceled it all. And that's how I ended up joining meditation here and going to the temple. So, but my point is based on what his research that he did, it shows meditation proves like he got a lot of money to do this research, continue doing research and meditation. So the number one, meditate, like he said, 5 minutes a day. He said the same thing. And, he's a professor and he was just doing a research between meditation and how it improves your brain and step by step, bit by bit, how it helps. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another good point to understand about the conditional state of our mind, and another good evidence to understand that mind doesn't belong to me, because when things change, like our mind changes.
Yeah.
So our brain changes, like our mind changes. So
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyways, thank you, Bhante.
Thank you, Tina, for sharing that.
Yeah.
We have one last question. Since we're running a bit out of time, I will go ahead and welcome to Sita.
What's your
Yes, Tasita.
do you see me? I lost my screen. I can't see you. All right.
But we can see you.
That's pretty funny then, because I'm clicking buttons. I'm a Buddhaya Bhante. So you and I have spoken in the past about my conditioned brain. You're actually the one that taught me a little bit about that in the very beginning, because I asked you like why, like the way certain things happen in my life, and so I know this might sound a little weird because it came up. You brought it up, and a couple other people brought it up. And you brought up about if you're from the West, like we are in the USA, or if you were brought up in Sri Lanka or wherever it might be, how your brain's conditioned. And I agree with that, because you have a different mentality and it's a different upbringing. So mine was an upbringing of a lot of violence and a lot of trauma, a lifetime of it. And we spoke about this. So my brain is conditioned. So now this is the crazy part. So now, studying Buddhism for as long as I have, I do know a lot of answers. They might not be realizations, but I do know the answers. One of them being to meditate. Okay, like something's happened yesterday to me, and I knew. I mean, I already meditated earlier. I actually worked the retreat, so I meditated all night. So it was later on at night. So I knew that it would really upset me, and my brain was really, it was not okay where I was. I mean, you'd be proud because I did not react. And today it turned out to be, it was very good that I didn't react because that would have went really bad. But the point is, my conditioned brain is more comfortable in the sadness and the misery. And I am, this might sound crazy. We talk about craving all the time, and attachment. I am more attached and crave more the bad feelings. I'm used to being in those feelings. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the happiness, I don't crave happiness. I don't have attachment to happiness because I'm not used to ever being that way. So when something happens, I find it very, very difficult to say, okay, Fred, you got to go meditate right now. Okay, because I feel comfortable the way I am. I don't want to meditate. I actually want to feel the way I feel. I want to feel upset. I want to feel angry. And it's very hard for me to push myself because I am so comfortable being in the, I don't know what you want to call it. I don't want to say a bad word, but you know what I'm saying, Bhante. So I don't know. So I struggle. I don't know how to get myself to do the things that I know sometimes. It's because I know them, but I don't realize them. And I really struggle with that. And so I was up all night. I didn't say anything, but I was up all night instead of just going to meditate because I don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like, so because you have experienced like the things how things change in your life. So then, so with the practice, what you're going through right now will change. Like we need to be patient with the practice, and we need to have the confidence in the practice. And so we don't need to be hard on ourselves. Like it takes some time. It takes some time, and then gradually, because when things change in our brain, like okay, then we will get the other things, the thought patterns also change with the time. So be patient and be confident with your practice. Since you have seen the results of your practice, then gradually everything will be okay.
Do we have time for 2 more questions because we're running a bit out of time?
Yeah, I don't think so because we have only 13 minutes
Yes.
to practice our last meditation.
So I would say that for those who have any unanswered questions today, please feel free to email Bhante or actually put your questions in the email and Bhante will answer next week. It's info@meditatewithamonk.org. I have posted on the chat box. And of course, for the practice of generosity, that will be wonderful if all of us can actually dedicate our funds to help support the building of the monastery, actually the purchase of the monastery in New Jersey. I have posted the Zephy link on the chat box as well. So just to thank Bhante for leading us to actually this meditation. So at this time, I will give control back to Bhante to actually lead us on our last meditation session.
Okay, so thank you, Lena. Thank you so much for all of your questions. So let's practice our last meditation. So let's practice breathing meditation for 10 minutes. Okay, now make yourself comfortable. Keep your hands on a comfortable position. Straighten your body. And gently close your eyes. And let your body relax in this present moment. Now, gently pay attention to either your lips or nostrils or between your upper lip and your nose, or just bring your focus to in front of your face. and be mindful of your breath. Be aware of the flow of your breath when you inhale and then exhale. Be mindful of your breath. Be mindful of your breath. Be mindful of your breath. Now, bring your focus to your body. Feel the sensations in your body. And gently open your eyes. Keep your palms together. Pay attention to the feelings in your fingers and say sadhu with me. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Slowly put your hands down. Okay, dear friends, we have come to the end of our program. Before ending the session, I would like to thank all of our volunteers, especially our moderator today, Lena, and also Corey. Despite being sick, she handled the YouTube live stream today, and also Linda, and all of our volunteers who help us. So thank you so much. By the power of all the good karma we collected, may you and your loved ones have a long life, healthy life, and may you attain bliss of happiness. Sadhu, Sadhu,